Guys, listen. This young man has, I still think of Nick when he was just a little guy coming and watching John play, and he was at all those games. His mom and dad would drag him up in the car, and he would go. He was with us in Washington, saw those national championships, and just to think of where he's grown and how far he's come as a player and what he means to this basketball team. I love his toughness and his fight, and he leads us in so many ways. He's our #1 assist-to-turnover guy. He's one of our best defenders, and he just seems to have a knack for finding a way to impact the game. Just thrilled that we've got this guy for a whole nother year yet. But what a great year he had as a sophomore, and he's just building on that as a junior this year. So. Nick, you don't have to sit back to John anymore. I know he still wants to tell you that he's the best player in the family, but right now, I'm going to pass that on to you.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks, Scott and John.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right.
Let's get Nick up here. Joining us is junior Nick Krull from Marshall, Wisconsin. And Nick, congratulations, and listening to Coach, I'm right there with Coach. I mean, tell that old brother of yours, he's a has-been, he's over the hill, and you are the man right now.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Thanks.
Talk a little bit about, as Coach was saying, watching you as a freshman, and then, I'll be honest with you, we watched you last year, we're going, wow, what improvement. Because we weren't sure when you were a freshman, and now we just see it continue and continue. It took a lot of work.
Oh yeah, but to help the coaching staff every day. They just try to make you work on your game every day, get better, and couldn't have a better coaching staff to have to make you get an all-around game. And that's what they work for. They don't want you to do one thing well; they want you to do everything well. So you just take steps at a time, and just work on one thing at a time, and everything sooner or later.
Nick, all kidding aside, you come from a basketball family, and it extends beyond your brother. Who are your biggest influences in basketball growing up?
Oh, definitely my dad. He was the one that put the ball in our hands. Ever since I can remember, we were up in the gym, shooting in the gym for hours a day. He'd have to drag us away from there. And so just take up all my brothers, just work on our shot, work on our game, and it pays off.
When we first went down and John was playing, I'm pretty sure you weren't playing yet. We'd go to Whitewater, and they would have the fans over on the other side with a sign up for your brother Jeremy. Jeremy's the best Krull. I wondered if you guys ever had some fun with that. Unfortunately, we'd lose down at Whitewater, but John would have the best result in the end. You guys have a pretty good rivalry amongst the brothers?
You could say we have a pretty good rivalry. We've had some violent basketball games out in the driveway, to say the least. But we come from a competitive family, and we always have been competitive. And I think it's just great brotherly rivalry.
What's the most difficult transition to this level of basketball? I mean, Marshall has a storied history of success. You're a great high school player, as everybody out here was. But for you personally, what's been the most difficult aspect?
I'd say getting used to the speed of the game. It's a lot more quicker, more physical. Guys are bigger than what you're used to playing. Coming from a small school, you don't really go up against 6'8", 6'9" guys that weigh 240 all the time. So you have to really get used to the weight. You hit the weights more, and just the speed of the game is just so much faster, so much quicker.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to put you on the spot because Coach even said we probably should, and I wanted to anyway. Talk a bit about a guy, Ross Borman, coming in that semester. You guys, I'm assuming, had to buy into the fact that he was going to be added to the roster.
Yeah, it's just like trying to get used to a guy. You want to get used to him, so you go hang out. Like, our team's so close, we always hang out. But he's a super nice guy. We get along. There's nothing really bad about him. He's like,
I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but
he didn't really. It's not like he really skipped a beat. Really, obviously Jay knew him. We get along with Jay really well, so it's not like he was coming in blindly. But once everybody got to know him, know his game a little bit, everything seemed to be working out fine.
When you need a help defender, it's nice to look to your left and see a 6'8" kid next to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt. Hey, I got to ask you this. I keep saying, and I don't know what the coaches tell you, I think you should shoot a little more. I think you should finish to the basket once in a while instead of dumping it off to those other guys in the store.
You and everybody else are saying the same exact thing. Yeah, but I mean, every day I just try to get better. You know, coaches always get on me about looking for my shot more, being more aggressive, and not passing up, not being passive and stuff. So I'll just keep working on it.
Well, you know, Nick, the way to lead the team in an assist-to-turnover ratio is to pass the ball. So, you see, and that leads me to my next question. Obviously, you're a very smart person because you know the duty of making great passes, and you do make great passes. But how are your studies going, and
Studies are going good.
And what's your major?
In business administration right now. Don't know what my minor is yet, but hopefully I'll come up with one soon.
Well, Nick, we're not even halfway through. We've got a long way to go, but you guys are playing well. And now we get, I believe, Platteville on Wednesday, and then you get the beautiful drive. I believe they are taking snowmobiles up north this year. So we're looking forward to next Saturday up in Suittown.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it.
I know everybody loves that trip. Nick, congratulations, great game, and we're looking forward to Wednesday night already.
All right, thanks a lot. I just want to say hi to my grandma Zeus.
Oh, sounds terrific. Thank you very much. Thanks, Nick. Nick Krull.